Hi, welcome to Who's Wheezing, your Around the Lobes news center. My name is Kate Ferner, and tonight we're going to be talking about asthma. There's been an increasing prevalence in asthma since about the 1980s, and there's a few different theories as to why this has been happening. One of the most prominent is the hygiene hypothesis, which pretty much says that people are spending way too much time using hand sanitizer and antibacterial stuff and not enough time playing in the dirt. It argues that early exposure to microorganisms and germs stimulate your immune response during early childhood and kind of helps to train your immune system and your T regulatory cells. This priming leads to an early creation of a robust and healthy balance between your inflammatory and your anti-inflammatory responses. So it creates immune tolerance. In other words, your body needs to be able to train against these microbes and these germs to be able to fight them off. If you have insufficient exposure to these, or so you have a lack of germs or a lack of any of this, like exposure in early childhood, you can lead to an incorrect regulatory response, which often has been correlated to the prevalence of asthma and allergies now. The takeaway to this, parents, is to let your kids play in the dirt. Now to Josh, whose stories always take my breath away.
Hi there, Kate, and boy do I have a story for you. I am here inside the lungs of what authorities are now calling a type 1 hypersensitivity reaction. It all started when an allergen walked in the room. It was immediately targeted by the T cell family, and it was just downhill from there. The T cells called in their buds the B cells brought in their pets IgE, the mast cells in the corner started degranulating, and alas, the arachidonic pathway was made. This cleared the pathway for histamines, for the leukotrienes, for the platelet activation factors, and interleukins, and they joined in this fight. To say the least, the room in the bronchioles was getting a little tight.
So is it true that there's a second altercation that occurred?
Yes, Kate, there was a second conflict because authorities were not able to completely contain the first one. Apparently not everyone got the memo that the allergen was in town until about 4 to 8 hours later. The cytokines from the mast cells called in their buddies, the eosinophils, the lymphocytes, and the neutrophils, and this inflammatory response led to bronchospasms, edema, more leukotrienes, and mucus secretions. That's attractive. The eosinophils got carried away and there was damaged tissue and cilia. So as a result, everyone showed up to play, but no one was able to leave. It's a good thing that the bronchodilators got there when they did, or else this damage could have been permanent. Thank you, Kate. Back to you.
Breaking news. I have just gotten word that our field reporter Eliza has found an asthmatic in its natural habitat. Let's see if she can auscultate the story a bit.
Thanks, Kate. I'm at the intersection of McLeod and Jordan Hall, and I've spotted an asthmatic in his natural habitat. Let's go take a look. Sir, you look like one sick SOB. Wait, I mean having SOB. Are you?
Yeah, I am. I can't really breathe well.
Okay, are you having any other symptoms?
Yeah, my chest is really tight, and I can't get any air out, and yeah, my fingers are really pale, and I'm kind of getting cold, and yeah, I don't know. I need a little help here.
Definitely sounds like you're having an asthma attack. Let's see if you have any meds in your backpack. Oh, here's one.
Oh, I do. Oh, no, wait. This is a steroid. It's not going to do it.
Oh, I think there's another one. Here we go. Okay. There we go. Okay, folks, so this is the bronchodilator, and what this is going to do, this is going to dilate his bronchioles, which is going to allow him to breathe better and take deeper breaths. This other one that I tried to give him at first was a steroid. This is for longer lasting to help prevent asthma attacks. Now, sir, why do you think you were having this asthma attack?
I don't know. I was kind of walking quick going to work, and I just I had to sit down. I got really irritable. Someone tried to help me. I thought everything was all right. My breath would come back, but it didn't. But I'm feeling a lot better now. I just would rather relax for 1 second here and try and catch my breath.
All right. Well, you hang out there, and I'm going to talk more about an asthma attack, and then I'm going to interview you a little bit more.
Thanks for your help.
So this is what an asthmatic looks like in his natural habitat. Now, asthma can be brought on by cold weather, such as this weather, any allergens in the air, such as pollen, or pretty much anything. So this might have been brought on by the fact that it did just snow last night, and it is a change in weather. But we're not really sure. How old were you when you were diagnosed with asthma?
5 years old. I've had it my whole life.
Wow, that's frustrating.
Yeah.
Okay, so I know that you have these 2 inhalers. Is there any other medication that your doctor has given you?
Well, I'm a little jittery right now from that medication, but he usually does that. But yeah, they tell me to rest and take it easy, try to avoid allergens. But honestly, how do you avoid allergens when you live life? But Also, they told me they're thinking of this new therapy, which is like this immune system thing. I don't know much about it, but I'm looking into it because I'm sick of ending up on park benches like this.
Right, okay, so folks, immunotherapy is when they pump you full of IgE, and what that is they are antibodies that attack your other antibodies that are causing these asthma attacks. And so what happens is this would prevent these asthma attacks from happening. And this is a new age therapy that they're hoping that will help asthmatics in the future.
Well, thank you, Liza. It's Liza?
Yes, it is Liza.
I appreciate you helping. The last guy that I tried to help, I was so irritable, I snapped at him and he walked away, but obviously I needed the help. Thank you.
You're welcome, and I hope you feel a little better.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Liza. All right, thank you everyone for joining us today on our Around the Lobes news segment. Breathe easy, pathophysiology.
You may be having an asthma attack if you experience any of the following: shortness of breath or difficulty breathing, chest pain, pallor, wheezing, coughing, congestion, weakness, fatigue, or irritability. Please don't hesitate to call 1-800. I'm having an asthma attack. I can't breathe. Help me.